Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast on over Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 for you, this time on Antiga Bay, a map we rarely see actually. On the southern side, playing the Death Corps of Krieg, we have Velghiest, YT, YouTube maybe, I don't know. And on the northern side, playing the Thousand Suns, we have DANTIST. So this replay was actually sent in by DANTIST, so let's see how good it is, but I assume it is good if he sends it to me. I also saw on the file size that is might be a longer one. Let's see. He goes for a warp gate opener with 2 cultists and then into the exalted sorcerer. Normally I would assume you need more thrall wizards, but this meta seems to change a bit. Let's see how this makes sense after all. On the other side I already saw it was like 5 Jäger and a Walk Center opener. So he goes for the Watchmasters and the Jäger bombs, and already going for the critical in the middle. So this is a peculiar play, I gotta say, but who am I to judge? Also a generator, so he could upgrade some points, and he could also now get the Watchmaster. Not sure if you want it already, but with 5 Jäger and the Jäger bombs, this is quite a lot of map control you have. And he's opting actually for all the critical locations very early on. That's something I basically never see, because it delays your build up in the base quite a lot. You see that he cannot build another listening post because he didn't get all the different points near his base first. So he upgrades however his points, so this kind of makes his economy okayish. Yeah, okay, going for a fast barbed wire, and with all these guys around he would need another engineer squad. He has the money for it as well, so very peculiar. Over here we have the sorcerer, but no rubric marines yet. Okay, he goes for more and more cultists on the squad, actually on one squad it is. The other squad is here also getting reinforced, so he could get, if he goes for the Dark Library, some flamers I guess. But for now he, what does he choose? Okay, the summoning specialization, going for the spiteful tutelary first, and yeah, infiltration doesn't use you a lot against all these sorcerers, I guess. Against these siege cultists it does. They are getting shot back by the Jäger, but in the middle the sorcerer can detect them, even through the smoke barriers. How is his economy going? Is he going for fast tier 2? Could go for tier 2 now. I never have I seen DANTIST going for the Thousand Suns, so I'm pretty interested to see. Not sure if this guy detects the conjured human entity. It is kind of like a little demon turret. So yeah, he goes he goes for a very fast tier 2. On the other hand, we will see economy boom, I guess. With he has more acquisition and will continue to do so, decapping this relic here as well. Now that he's seen, he needs to be careful. But I think yeah, the decap will go down, and he has all the critical locations, but you cannot go for take an old victory that early. And yeah, it delays the economy in the base so much as well, so not sure if this was all worth it, and you would need to get to tier 2 at some point as well. So yeah, he will have good economy, but ELM DANTIST will be in tier 2. He's halfway done already and he hasn't even started it. I mean, if this one gets built up, and with this generator I guess he can click the tier 2 button. No, this is not good. This generator is too much. He wants to upgrade another point I guess, or something, but without this generator... Oh, this was a field barracks, excuse me. Not sure why you get a field barracks this late. Why would you do that? He goes for a hard tier 1 push or what? He goes for another squad cap increase. Not really sure what this is all about. I mean, Antiga Bay is a small map, so tier 1 aggression is important, but why? You need to have tier 2 at some point as well. Getting some soldiers now as well. Not really sure about this. Did he go for the Watchmasters? Not even the Watchmasters. They increased the HP and everything of the squad, so just for the Jäger bombs, I guess. But yeah, tier 2 is done now, I guess, for DANTIST. It is. Getting now the Icon Bearer. Okay. Commander. Is it commander or heavy infantry? We will see in a second, but it's a single entity. model after all. 104 and 20 against 80 and 24. So he can build an Cult Forge, for example. There you go, there you go. Dark Library I would really like, but yeah, let's see. Now we have the grenade launchers in tier 2. And you can get, if he would have gotten the Dark Library, could get the squad leader to reinforce. We have a bunker here now as well, tier 2 hopefully started. Yeah, finally started. For our friend Velghiest. Yeah, and now we have a lot of angry Jägers against some poor cultists, and everybody's shooting with their little guns here, and yeah, they will kill them. The take and hold victory has been stopped, obviously. And what do we see? The Cult Forge has not been finished yet. More generators, or what are they called? Warp rune stripe construct. They're a bit better than your usual stuff. Generator, bunker now up. I mean, you could even put it a bit forward, but yeah, he has the barbed wire here. Oh, ooh, this was a big old Doom Blast from the Exalted Sorcerer. Can the Eichenberg also do some blasting? I'm not sure. Does he get... Not really. Okay, he has a Bolt of Change, I think it's called. More suited against single entities or vehicles, which are mostly... I didn't check if what the armor class is. Not sure what the magics with this was. Rubik Dreadnought now needs some vehicle cap, is also on the way. Vehicle cap increased. Tier 2 is now finished for Velghiest, and what does he go for? He should get an assembly plant ASAP. Or he's here to heavy weapon platoon. Okay, heavy weapon platoon always a good idea as well, especially if you can park them behind your barbed wire and such. The demonic entity does better damage than before. You can see it. That's more like a DPS of a LP2 now. Swipe construct. So a lot of power. So will he continue to get generators, or where did his power go? Spire add-ons. Different Spire add-ons, I guess. Rubik Dreadnought coming in. Could get the twin-linked autocannon, which is now tier 2. For some anti-everything. Has a lot of power. Not a bunker. So here comes the heavy weapon platoon going for autocannons. Yeah, everybody likes autocannons. Very long range, very good damage. Exalted Sorcerer is still here, being annoying in the middle, but yeah. Okay, now they're trading the relics. I was saying that DANTIST has the relics, but that's not true. We have finally Dark Library as well. What do we have here? A gun turret emplacement. Okay, bunkering down the middle, but your flanks are still vulnerable. What I would like actually would be a semi-offensive defense over here, but no assembly plant yet. So this is very interesting. Has not the money to support the heavy weapon platoon. Now will start, I guess, or he has stopped Overwatch. You can see it here. You need to click the this one, start and stop Overwatch. Then this would continue. For now he somehow stopped it. Slowing down the already slow Rubik Dreadnought. Advanced reconnaissance increases the range. You can see it here. The range almost doubles. This was more or less the range it had before the patches of Death Cove Krieg quite a while ago. Entrenchment courses as well. Now the bunkers and HQ can do some, what shall I call it? Can produce bunkers, barbed wires and stuff. Now he has heavy weapon platoon on the way. And some damage here, but not the greatest. The biggest thing about this is the sight range, and even the flare. You can see here the detection of the flare has been reduced quite a bit. So it's more of a the detection range is more like the scanner of the IG HQ. This one is not getting built up yet. The question is, what do we see here? Is there tier 3 on the way for DANTIST? Tier 3 is not on the way. We see some economy upgrades, and as I said, yeah, he needs an assembly plant before he can continue taking up. We will now change sides so we can see these Singe cultists. We can kinda understand where this little sniper kill team is. We would need some engineers over here. They are here. Why don't they build up? Are they now starting assembly plant or what? Quite a big float for DANTIST over here. Starting now practical scope, and he decides that's not a good idea, going for some requisition upgrade, and yeah, as soon as he's tier 3 he can get some tier 3 stuff. What do we have here? Another gun turret emplacement, but yeah. This kind of rubs me the wrong way if I see people not building up their listing posts. This gets me quite a shame over here, but for now this turns out to be very defensive. Second, no, he has no assembly plant. He has the resources for it. Does he have only like one builder? No, he has 2 builders, so might as well can do it. Siege Cultists will not do a whole lot over here. Demonic entity spawned in again, but I think immediately killed by the snipers and whatnot. Tier 3. Almost finished. Finally an assembly plant over here. So what does he do in tier 3? Does he get a Predator? Does he get Altar of Siege and some Terminators? Now he gets a Warblessed armor. So he has all the rubric upgrades. He needs an Altar of Siege to get the best use out of your Terminators or your chosen rubric marines. Bit of a stalemate now. Another gun turret emplacement, but yeah. Taken hold victory this time for Velghiest because he has keys, this and this. This one is in the hands of DANTIST, however. This point is still not built up. What do we hear? Jäger trying to get the other critical location as well. Plus Velghiest still on the way. There we go, the Altar of Siege, so we will see some Terminators, I guess. On the other side, what do we have here? Tier 3 as well. Very low resources. Very high income, however. 132 and 50 against 119 and 72. Lot more power, obviously, for the Thousand Suns with their better RuneScribe construct, even getting the power upgrade. So this... Yeah, so... Everybody's just sitting here, teching up and not doing a lot. Normally the games I do not like a lot. Even we have now the Kettenhund. There you have it. Little doggo over here with the skull, helmet and gas mask. He can detect and be a good boy in melee. There we have the chosen Rubric Marines. That's why he got all the upgrades, but with the Altar of Siege he can also, as I said, get the Terminators over here. Trying to get rid of these tank traps and stuff. You can summon tank traps and mines and everything from the field headquarter now with the entrenchment course. Even another gun turret place. I'm not really sure what this is all about, to be honest. You can get upgrades of your bunker, like a medical bunker and such, if you really want to do such things. Chosen are here. Now we see, yeah, the Sekhmet Cabal Terminators. One of those guys got a new model these days. I think that this may be those. And now given a bolter turret, so not sure. I mean, there's not a lot of defenses over here. Like any decently sized army would make short work over here. And we have a Ragnarok, so he is tier 3, getting also Grenadiers. So the question is, will we see some action then? Because for now this is a lot of nothing happening really. Battle Hunger Research increases the melee damage weapon of Rubric Marines, Icon Bearers and Terminators. Additionally increases reflex allowing them to dodge attacks and gain movement speed bonus. There you go. Also getting the chosen now, the 2 unit, but getting all the upgrades. And there the Seketar robot, so we have the numerologist on the field. This is basically at a warp sim of 1000 Suns, but a bit better in the sense that he has a wall kite weapon, so he is locked behind tier 3 actually, not the usual tier 2, which you have from other KOC factions. Missile launchers now in the Rubric Threatened, basic loadout with autocannons. I see chosen Rubric Marines, and yeah, the Sekhmet robots on the way. Chosen are out. We have also the Terminators. Where are they? There they are. Okay, now this is not the one with the new models, but they have a cool new weapon. They got a cool new weapon at some point, not with the last patch, but I think the patch before. Hellfire missile launcher, but all their weapons need a Demon Gate. But Demon Gate isn't the biggest investment piece in this kind of tier. Now we have finally some engagements. The Rubric Marines are using their warp space ability from their source, so to get in range of these guys over here, the Grenadiers. Now also getting some bolts here against the heavy weapon platoon, but they will die probably. They're getting a bit too close. Second more robots coming in. The Ragnarok trying to get some support fire. Grenadiers, however, almost died, especially now that the Terminators will come in as well. Soldiers, heavy weapon platoon, and Jäger giving cover fire to this Ragnarok, but Ragnarok eating a lot of damage. Yes, mainly from these robots. They regenerate quite a lot if you have the numerologist on the field, so let's see how this is all balanced out. It's hard to balance these kind of things if you have no like actual games being played. Now some infiltration used by the Jägers overcomes more soldiers, and gun turret emplacement with the plasma cannon also giving cover fire, shooting against these Cabal Terminators, which got in here using warp time. Big explosion actually. You have some cover and everything, but this is not sure if this is a good idea or not. The bunkers, at least one bunker is firing over here. Second med guys only, where is it? Can I click on it? Yeah, all three still remaining. Ragnarok driving through. Hot and battle cannon on top. Chosen, everything getting slowed by these barbed wires. And yeah, the question is now, can they hold it? All these turrets firing, or most of them are. Flamers doing a lot of damage, I've got to tell you. There is now the Sanctuary, or what is this? Is ability from the Chosen with the Warding Raptora, which gives various buffs. Maybe we can see it. Aura protection bonus against ranged if you are standing within. In comes some trench raiders. It looks, yeah, trench raiders trying to go into melee. One robot dying and the second one maybe also following. Who knows? Grenadiers are back out. They can get melters. Melters would be the appropriate choice over here. What do we have here? Some cultists trying to get the oh, this is, oh, I didn't notice how close this is actually. So wow, 3 seconds before the take and hold victory. So this was the plan for the death of Krieg after all. Now I can understand it, but yeah, there's a lot of damage flying. Is there an artillery piece somewhere? Not seeing it right now. But a lot of a lot of defensive structures firing in these Thousand Suns, but they are kinda holding. Terminators getting low in number, however. The robots are still here. Okay, one robot, but getting reinforced. They aren't cheap. Like 150 and 40. You can actually get 2 squads of those. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So there they are now. In comes some trench raiders. I think the trench raiders is a good idea because you need something tanky to stay in the front, actually fight over here. Grenadiers for now staying back. There's another Ragnarok firing in. And yeah, Demon Entity. So this is a big madness in the middle. So we had a lot of nothing happening, and then now the madness starts. And yeah, big explosions everywhere. I cannot really see who is on the lead right now. At least I know that Mr. DANTIST barely stopped the take and hold victor, so he is feeling probably very good. They are dead now. Kinda interesting that they stay alive. Okay, this one is still firing in. Whirlwind actually, this is the artillery piece I was looking for. Tank trap has the vehicle high armor, so this takes some time to fire. In comes now the whirlwind shots. The whirlwind shots for the Thousand Suns are very accurate because they're like magical bolts and such. A lot of resources floating. Still these robots being produced. And yeah, he doesn't use all his caps. More Terminators would of course be nice. On the other side, he will get tier 4. And tier 4 for Death of Krieg is very potent. We know that. More another bunker. So he falls back from this line of defense to this line of defense. Layered defense, like an onion. But this all sorry, gives time to DANTIST to increase his numbers. Also getting now the Demon Gate for the weapon upgrades, I guess. For his Terminators, if they are out again. So he's now getting the middle. Sorry, got a little cough over here. The bolter turret is now getting the Inferno Bolts ammunition for some more damage. You can also get the infiltration upgrade for them. And tier 4 also starts for him. So tier 4 is now done for our friend Velghiest over here. He could get, yes, he has the resources, that is, for some Lehman Russ, for example. Or we saw a laser destroyer. Oh, this was actually not Death of Krieg the other day. But he can get a Lehman Russ. No, not a Lehman Russ, a Malkador. There you go. Malkador main battle tank, up to 2 of these bad boys. This got deleted. Why is that? Because he noticed that he doesn't have a critical, I guess, a relic. Yeah, you cannot make use of relic units if you do not have a relic, right? Tier 4 is done now for our friend DANTIST over here. So the question is, what does he go for? You can get these craft raiders. You can get the, what are they called again? Lord of Change. Ahriman, obviously. Ahriman the Exiled is a very good guy. Has very strong spells. Gets now the Eye of Siege, which increases the it's basically commander upgrade for the various commanders. Sorcerers mostly. Yeah, now he waits for the take and hold victory. What? He doesn't have a lot of units to back this up. A lot of power he has. I would really like to see a Gruff Raider, you know, would help quite a lot. In comes now the, okay, this is a repair bunker, repairing vehicles and buildings around him. For vehicles I'm sure, for buildings I'm not that sure. And to have a stubber and got a, I think, Executioner Cannon it's called. On top you cannot see what weapons he chose on the main cannon because this is in a separate menu. Unlike, let's say, the Ragnarok Demolisher Cannon. He's now beginning the siege of the relic. He really wants to have a relic, obviously, once he's tier 3. In comes now the robots and the Cabal Terminators. Now they have weapons. Soul Reaper Cannons. For now, we have now chosen Rubik Marines over here. The Whirlwind redeploys. Ahriman has now joined the field. And what do we see over here? We see, yes, summon the Lord of Change. And also now the Swell Apotheosis, which will allow them to heal commanders, which is very important if you have some very high value commanders. So in comes space time being used to get these heavy weapon platoons, so this is very nice usage of the abilities actually. And now the shit drops the deck in the Death of Krieg base. They got a second field barracks to get more bunkers. In comes now the Meteor Swarm, basically orbital bombardment if you want to describe it as that. A lot of damage now done over here. They all standing in these barbed wire, so they will not leave this place, but they are here to stay, I guess. In comes now the summon the Lord of Change research, so if there is a sorcerer still in the squad over here, which is, it can be turned into the Lord of Change, which would be absolutely amazing if he would do so. Ahriman is over here now using an ability. No, he's just standing here laughing and his little staff doing some damage. Now getting the blur reality ability, he already used it directly. This is the, I think this is the one which reduces the movement speed and stuff of all the enemy units. It is map wide, so you do not need to stand in the enemy fire line over here. They've chosen Rubik Marines with some flamers, I guess. Yeah, warp flamer over here. Oh, these, yeah, they are dead now, these machines over here. And yeah, he didn't got the relic out, so the Ahriman, very not the best usage of Ahriman over here, I gotta say, but it looks like it's one of the first time done is playing this faction. We have now 2 Ragnaroks, one with the Demolisher Cannon, I guess it looks like, and one with an Executioner Cannon, all getting the Stubber add-ons, because why not? This one has not yet. In comes the Quartermaster, which is basically kind of an apothecary, eating a big shot over here, and there comes the Trophy Graph Raider with, I think, plasma cannons at the side and some warp bolters or what it is on the front, so doing a lot of anti-infantry damage mostly against the vehicles. He wants to have something else. There's again this ward being used by the Chosen, very nicely used against all this different ranged fire, which Krieg is known for. So the question is now, yeah, what does it do? It has a lot of power still, not a lot of requisition. Obviously here, oh, Silver Tower, this is the tier 2 Titan actually. You see this costs an arm and a leg, that's why his resource is plummeting. It's because you do not need an extra research for it. The tier 1 Titan is basically a floating Bane Blade. Floating Land Raider is the relic unit, apart of course from the Lord of Change. They might share a cap, so that's why you cannot see the Lord of Change yet. Do they share a cap or don't they? They should, in theory, share a cap. But don't quote me on that. I need to check that actually. So at some point you can get the Demon Prince as well. This is you can directly buy, basically produce a Demon Prince. On the other side over here, these little Thrall Wizards doing some damage against these Jäger. Their Thrall Wizard leader has some armor sundering to him, so they will. You see, the more he shoots at him, the more it dies in the beginning. The damage isn't high, but the damage gets higher the longer these guys, yeah, connect over here. Demon Gate will die. It looks like Relic is decapped, but needs to be kept for him to feel the Relic unit. Another bunker actually it looks like, or this is a field turret, a gun turret in place, and that cannot be a bunker because you need a building radius for it. Here we see some more units for now. Rebuilding the Grenadiers. Over here the Graph Raider holding the line. This we hear another upgrade to get more vehicles out. And yeah, we get a Silver Tower. This would be the first time I ever see it in the cast. I have seen the Graph Land Raider of them, but not the Silver Tower. The Silver Tower can is mainly ranged, but also has like a little melee attack of sorts. I'm not really sure. Haven't used it myself a lot. Some more units for him. Okay, both have the issue with the requisition. They have both basically got all the requisition upgrades, I guess. But yeah, this can be a late game issue. A lot of power, but no requisition. You would need a Predator. You would need to build a second HQ for that. It would help a lot, giving you plus 20 requisition, undecaying. That is. Yeah, but also getting some of the middle points help. But yeah, you can see why it is an issue to get these points. You will get them up, but you will not get have them for long. Jäger's now using their infiltration to withstand the Thrall Wizards. Probably will kill them. Graph Raider over here holding line. Oh, this is juicy. In comes also the Terminators now, and yeah, the Grenadiers have the same issue. This is an ability from. Is this from the Terminators? This is from the Chosen, I think. Not really sure what ability this is over here. There's some ability that has knockback and stuff. Or is there the Sorcerer within? No, we do not have a Sorcerer over here. Interesting. A lot of different spells, of course, for the Stars and Suns. And the spell of the Death of Krieg is tanks. My spell is I shoot you with a big projectile and hope that you die. The Silver Tower almost is out. You still have no relic, however. This is an... What is this? This was an infernal bomb of sorts. Where does it come from? I thought this was from the... from a basilisk. You have these kind of thingamajigs, but I do not see a basilisk. And maybe this is from the Voxcaster. A shell from the Voxcaster. This could be it. Graph Raider almost dead, but Silver Tower is almost out. 90%. We have still a Predator just sitting casually in the base, doing nothing for now. The Cabal Terminators are here. Yeah, but he has now spotted them with this flare and now taking pot shots at him. And there it is, you see it in the back, the Silver Tower, very slow. But look at this little floaty city over here, very slow of course. Not sure about attack range, should be high. And not sure if it can teleport. I'm sure it can teleport actually. And now the question, yeah, there comes in the psychic kind of beams from it. You see that it has a long lasting effect. Maybe this was even ability. Camouflage research for some camouflaged bunkers if he really wants to. Predator on the other side moving in now as well. A weapon platoon being built. Assembly plant, build another one so he has more caps. I mean, you could also just get your relic building, which also gives you some vehicle caps. And yeah, how much blast does it take for such a turret? 2. I like how it kind of turns itself. You see it has a melee attack, so if he gets close it can spin and do some damage with these kind of things over here. But yeah, the question is now, how much HP does it have? 14,000 HP, so good luck getting through this, which can also be repaired obviously. Now getting the Demon Prince, as I said, you can get the Demon Prince for, not for free, but without needing to sacrifice unit. Infernus now here. Infernus is basically a Malkador with some flaming stuff. I can get a Neuron laser projector. Okay, this is against requires HQ to build a plan here. Yeah, this is basically a big anti-vehicle stuff, but yeah, the tower will get close. It's a bit like you get a Necron Monolith on steroids with it. So this is now a slow siege against the Death Cove Krieg. But yeah, this game overall I would assume is a bit of a trying out defection, at least for DANTIST here. I think if he would have pushed, he would have been able to kill Velghiest quite a long time ago. But that's okay. Demon Prince now here as well, and there is the Neuro. What does it look like? Yeah, basically a big of these anti-Titan, anti-big unit. Can we see it fire? Is it in range? There you go, big laser and doing big damage against this Tower of Siege. Tower of Siege, however, now in range. Silver Tower of Siege it is. They are not alive anymore. Big AoE damage, good against everything basically. Trying to get out of range is difficult. Can even firing. Wow. This is a tier 2 Titan for a reason. Malkador's trying to navigate in the base. Even with the better pathing of Definitive Edition. He's still trying to kill the Silver Tower. It's probably getting repaired. Yeah, there are some Soul Wizards on the repair duty. Ahriman is back. You can choose new spells each time he dies. Unlike the Sorcerer, which sticks to the book he chose. Medical bunker over here. No. I thought this was the repair bunker. So the medical bunker had a cross of sorts. The Trophy Raider is still here, but Demon Prince getting slowed by the barbed wire. The Croft Raider just flying over it, and down goes the Tower of Siege. The artillery fire was enough, and now closing in, and again also getting inside with the piecemeal basically with the next vehicles. Maybe not the best idea. Just saying. And the Demon Prince can jump. Not sure why he doesn't jump. He tries now to get these barbed wires out of the way. So very peculiar play all around this game. Not really sure what this is all about, I gotta say. Million resources for DANTIST over here. A second HQ would have been a good idea ages ago actually. The question now, have they navigated to a point where they cannot kill each other basically? Like these Infernus with the Neuron Destroyer and this Malkador Singular that is now cannot be killed, or the units DANTIST has cannot kill them effectively. Kinda looks like it. Where's Ahriman actually? And in comes, yeah, here Marines of the Damned are invisible and indestructible Marines. Live for only a short amount of time, but you can soak up some fire and try to kill some stuff. Now getting slowed by the barbed wire, however. They will be able to do some damage. You see they do not lose HP, they are basically invincible until they time out. So very annoying to deal with. Some entrenched cover here. And yeah, so Predator. You could get the floaty Baneblade. And there's the trophy raider. It would need to be repaired. You have some... I know he built some Thrall Wizards, so they can repair it. Chosen over here, not reinforced. Terminators not being reinforced. Predators coming out again. Marketer battle tank getting built, so he needs another assembly plant. And there's the I think the yeah, there's the meteor shower. Question is now, he does not have the pop for it yet. He needs another assembly plant. But on this map you do not have a lot of space in your base. If you're not really sure where this leads to. We now have the discs of siege. Oh boy. I've started the caster. I will probably finish it, but this has some length in it, I gotta say. We see some units we usually not see, but still. The price is quite a lot of waiting time here, I gotta say. Craft Raider still not repaired. Still the almost 800 HP. Are they now finally getting some repairs in? They're trying to, I guess. Finally some repairs. What is this actually? A misfire, what? Over half the map. Now we have Malkador main battle tank getting the anti-infantry loadout over here with this what is this? Quadruple heavy bolter on top? Holy moly. Battle tank, battle cannon. Is this the base loadout? It looks like it. Okay, the base loadout is anti-infantry. He has the battle cannon and the executioner cannon on one. Getting now the prince can sight over here. Assembly plant is up, so that's why he was able to get another one out. And now, yeah, opening fire with the Craft Raider and the Predators, the Demon Prince soaking some damage. We haven't seen the lot of change yet, because I think it shares a cap with the good old Craft Raider over here. Assembly plant is now down, so no more vehicles for Velghiest over here. For some interesting, look at this. This is some interesting visual glitches over here. Not sure if you want to drive close in here. I mean, there are some of these units of the invisible, indestructible marines, I guess. Some more from these Terminators, some used abilities. The Demon Prince coming in again. The Trophy Raider died, so he has now probably the ability to yeah, there it comes. Good old chicken over here. A lot of change. Has some abilities like warp time, not time, but yeah, has some abilities. Like acid rain and whatnot. Yeah, this is like the acid rain, I think, reducing the armor of everything inside, but yeah, he on itself is not the greatest combatant. You will need some support for this big chicken. Ahriman itself also is probably not the best thing. Yeah, some predator, anything. And maybe instead of going to this choke point where he attacked like 10 times ago already, maybe this would be a better idea, because this is a bit more open. Just an idea. And that goes, a big chicken goes down already. It's more of a support than a frontliner, let's say, compared to the Bloodthirster, for example, which is just a big frontline demon over here. And again, we are left over here. What does he got? Another Tower of Siege. Are you kidding me? Still no relic for our friend Velghiest over here. Not sure what he thinks he can do. Another sniper kill team. I mean, look at the resources. 70 and 56 against 108 and 67. 76. 67. So there's no real hope for our friend Velghiest over here. Hopefully we do not need to wait a whole, I don't know, 2 minutes again before this Silver Tower comes out. But it kind of looks like it. So I hope you have some snacks with you, because this is quite a long one over here. What do we have over here? Extra armor research. Okay. I think this is for all vehicles. Very useful research, indeed. Very expensive, but very useful. And if you cannot get any more, might as well. He could get some more infantry. The question is, what does he go for? Yeah, and again, the Marines of the Damned coming in. They are doing some damage when they can. See over here, you have also some friendly AoE damage sometimes, which is quite an issue. Trying to build the observation point back up over here. Yeah, a lot of power, but cannot use it. I think he could have also put an assembly plant over here. And build, I don't know, a Ragnarok, a Basilisk, just something with range. Vultures you can build from the Vox Center. Get another barracks. For the infantry pop you get it from the HQ. Another barracks doesn't use a lot except if he wants to build another bunker. He has 2 bunkers now. With another field barracks he can build another 2 bunkers. Dantist now has to take an hold victory because he has the outer points. Would need to get a middle to have a real chance for it. But yeah, he is probably just waiting for another Tower of Siege, which takes us another, I don't know, 1,000,000 minutes over here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Not the action-packed game I was hoping for. They are driving in now, opening fire on some units and some buildings, I guess. In comes the flare again for some spotting over here. Another bunker, I guess. An assembly plant somewhere would have helped him quite a lot. Maybe already also deleting some of his static D that is in the way. This one was summoned by the bunker. You can see it over here by the placement. You couldn't build like that. This is summoned by the bunker. And he really needs a relic. Not only for the relic, but also for the income. Silver Tower Siege almost there. Big explosion over here from the, I guess from the, what should I call it? From the bolts. Bunker is now done over here. And finally some action over here. I was saying it for a long time. This is an open flank. Predators over here now needs to focus down these barbed wires because they're slowing his Demon Prince by quite a lot. And he is not doing so now. Not yet. But killing the Listen Post, so this is the nail in the coffin, killing the economy. Like just killing this Listen Post alone was pretty worth it. Voxcast over here being now spotted. We have some Practicus Covent jumping in. Field Mechanic bunker. Yeah, mechanical. This is a repair bunker. And there it is. Again, the Tower of Siege. Teleporting very defensively, however. There's the numerologist with his Volkite pistol. We heard it already. So what is the plan, Mr. Dantist? What is the plan? I guess a move to victory, like really. There's nothing our friend Velghiest can do here. Another attempted, that is repositioned meteor shower now. Not a lot of stuff standing here still. Yeah, probably, yeah, big knockback. How is the damage on buildings and stuff? Not the highest. Over here we have again this kind of big boomy thing, which I still don't know what it is, but it's an ability from the Chosen, it looks like. Oh, Arteman. This is a Siege probably. Oh, okay, this is a statement. You can put units inside. Maybe he put in all the Terminators jumped in and now this is the time. It could be also possible that those teleported in. There's the Icon Bearer. He can use an ability to recharge all the abilities on the squad, which is kind of busted if you think about it. If you have a squad like Chosen and stuff and get all the spells recharged on a click, very important, very strong. You can also recharge the teleports and stuff. In comes now the Demon Prince. Very slow, of course, because of all these barbed wires, but yeah, getting killed for now. But now he soaked us some damage for the Tower Siege, which again very low. He needs to start to focus fire on these battle tanks. This is the only thing keeping our friend Velghiest in the game. If he tries to focus them down, there's some AoE damage to the Tower of Siege, so maybe he can do something about it, but for now he's almost dead again. And he's getting repaired by the combat engineers, and there was a repair bunker over here which is now dead. But it's only Jaegers apart from these poor few vehicles over here, which absolutely amazing. This is the main benefit from Definitive Edition, how smooth they drove through their own base. In the Anniversary Edition they would have been dead 3 times already because they wouldn't be able to move an inch. But they are also just killing infrastructure is damage that you can take. This would be the 3rd Tower of Siege, but I hope that we're not getting to the point where we will see it. It's nice to see it once in a game, but to see it twice is quite a pain in terms of the length of a match you can see over here. Finally, these Terminators. This is the 2 Terminators, the Cabal Terminators and Chosen. We do not see the other Terminators. We have 2 different Terminators. Not sure why he's not building the other one. Just for some additional firepower, I guess. Would be absolutely amazing. In comes now the Marines of the Damned. Ahriman is still here. Very low on HP. And there it is. Velghiest. Nicht Velghiest. Velghiest. The end, I see it correctly, left the game. Sometimes in these very long games, Steam or whatever server they played on this, it takes some time to read that the person has left, and maybe you need to even just play the game to an end. I mean, this is only these 2 buildings preventing. Yeah, there it goes. Wow, this was in game. Not really sure if I would have casted it if I would have known how slow it was in between, but yeah, we went through it. We see a lot of bodies all around. Very peculiar opener from Velghiest over here, almost winning early on with the take and hold victory. It was like 3 seconds or something, very close one, and then it was more or less a game of DANTIST being indecisive, DANTIST trying to do feel some new units. I mean, the Malkadors and the Infernos with the upgrade were very potent, but I think just massing up more units. You have two different variants of Terminators. You could have gotten with Demon Gate, Possessed, favored, what I get, chosen Rubric Marines. You have mutated Sorcerers. You have all the things in the book. More vehicles as well. The didn't rebuild the Whirlwind Predators he built at some times, but yeah, I mean, even I'm not sure if this is a lot of. Can you go over here? Some Hellblades going inside, like on this edge, killing some economy would have been an idea. A lot of different ideas, not a lot of stuff being built, and getting 2 and then even trying to get a 3rd Silver Tower of Siege is kinda. Yeah, enough of that. GG's to the players. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!